Reset. Final. The moral of this story is that no matter how much we try, no matter how much we want it, some stories just don't have a happy ending. Nchimunya responded saying that he is by his parents' place, so that is where I am. I sighed deeply just before getting out of the vehicle. It has been 5 years since I was last here with Chad, but it still feels like yesterday. I see Kairo running towards the vehicle, and that is when I come out of the car. He has grown so much and looks even more a splitting image of his father now, more than when he was younger. Mummy, he says with a huge smile. Hey baby, I say, running my hand through his hair. I missed you. I missed you, I tell him, pulling him into my hands and holding him tighter now. Nchimunya has walked to where we are and has his hands shoved in his pockets. He is watching us from a distance with a smile on his face, but he doesn't look too well. I brought you something, I say, removing a small box from my coat. I see the way his eyes light up when he opens it. Help me. I get the chain engraved with his names and put it around his neck. I love it. I hope girls don't laugh saying necklaces are for them. He laughs. Girls can't laugh at me. I raise an eyebrow. I can't allow anyone to make fun of me. I laugh lightly. We hold hands and walk towards his father. The long hair makes you look grown up, he says. I am a grown up, Nchimunya. Mummy, let me help Grandma in the kitchen, I will be back. Kairo says. I urge him on, and now it's just his father and I. He walks us to the garden where there are garden chairs and some refreshments set on the table. For a few minutes after we have settled, there is silence between us. Is it wrong for me to ask how prison was? He says, breaking the silence. Isn't that the first question you are supposed to ask? He shrugs his shoulders. I don't want to be rude. You are not, if it's the truth, Nchimunya, I say with a smile. Prison was good, so much time to think, and yet coming to the real world it's like I have to start over. I add with a chuckle. He holds out his hands and rubs the top of mine. I smile when that small gesture doesn't make me feel anything. I can't believe I am finally over whatever feelings I had for him. I never got to say I was sorry, Beatrice. I look at him. I have spent a lot of time thinking of how I treated you. I took advantage of you in your situation, and when things went south, instead of sticking by you the way I promised I would, I just left like everyone else. I let out a deep breath, thinking through how much he let me down in the past each chance he got. I should have never left with Muno that day at your mother's house. I went there with you, and I should have stuck around to make things right. Nchimunya, it's water under the bridge. You don't need to beat yourself up over things that are in the past. He shakes his head. It might have happened years back, but my actions have caused a lot of damage. My actions have been haunting me for years, and I just needed to apologize for my own conscience and peace of mind. I see. I understand if you don't want to forgive me. I understand if you are still holding on the pain, but honestly, I am sorry. Nchimunya, I spent so much time trying to figure out what it is I did to you that caused you to treat me the way you did, and in the end I realized that I was never the problem. I was never responsible for how you behaved, and that has been comforting because I know that everything was on you and not on me. I have never been responsible for everything you did. I pause. Honestly, I should have seen it coming. You were involved with someone else when I met you, and my biggest regret is having slept with you, and for years I thought Kairo was mine and that maybe losing my virginity to you was okay, but now I realize that I have made so many bad choices, but then it's not too late to do the right thing. Beatrice. Trust me, I forgive you. I forgive your parents, your ex-wife, the mother to your kid, my mother, and most importantly, I forgive myself because I am not about to start my life all over being bitter at all of you. I guess you have all gotten your share of heartaches, and because I know life is not a Nigerian movie and just maybe you won't be hit by a train, but I do hope all of you have learned something from all this. He smiles sadly. I might not have been hit by a train, but life sure fucked me in the ass. Maybe you deserve it. Maybe you don't. But whatever the case, I hope you can be a good dad to Kairo. I hope you do right by him, better than what our parents were. I say, smiling. He nods his head. I heard about the death of his father a few years ago. His mother went ahead and filed for divorce, and the old man didn't take it lightly. He suffered with high blood pressure and gave up a year later. From what Chad has told me, his mother looks better now. It's like all the years of a cheating husband had done a number on her, and now she is the happiest she can be. It's Nchimunya that is worrying, because it looks like several years have been added to his life after everything. How are you doing though? I ask him. He scoffs. I am getting better. I guess everything happened so fast. It hit me really quick. I had no time to process any of it. Life doesn't happen at our pace, and sometimes we think we are ready for everything, but clearly we are not. How are you still okay after everything you have gone through? Sometimes the moral of the story is that no matter how much we try, there is just no fairy tale ending. Some of us are the lessons in people's lives. That is not fair. Life is not fair, Nchimunya. We lose some and win some, but bottom line is to keep fighting. No matter what. I say, standing up. I admire you, Beatrice. I really do. I hope my story can be used someday so that another person doesn't walk the roads I did. I hope we love our kids better so that they are not taken advantage of by older men or women, showing them a little love that they don't experience at home. I hope we can teach our kids never to fall for people that are already committed, and to always learn when to walk away. I hope we teach our girls that not even having sex with a man can make them stay. I hope we just preach love, honesty, and remind them every day that it's okay to lose some battles. It's okay to go to bed with a tired soul and try again the next day. There is no beauty in perfection. It's in the rough edges, the burnt sides, the crocked pieces and stretched walls that perfection truly lies. I hope we can relearn everything we have been taught and have a mindset shift. It's okay to reset, Nchimunya. It's okay, I say with a huge smile. He pulls me into an embrace and hugs me. And if it makes you feel better, I was drunk. It was a one-night stand with Shimbi, and we talked about it and both agreed it was just that. I never had any emotional connection with her. You don't owe me an explanation, Nchimunya, even though I would like to know if this happened before I gave myself to you or after. I would rather you never know. Right, I say with a smile, pulling away. Thank you for proving to all of us that good people still exist, that no matter what we did to you, you still proved better than all of us. You are welcome, I respond, and just then Kairo and his grandmother come out of the house. They invite me for lunch, but I turn it down. Yes, I have forgiven all of them, but that doesn't mean that I want to sit on the same table with them. I say my goodbyes and drive to the nursing home where Mark is. I guess he finally found his peace after I went behind bars. But I still owe him an apology, and that is one I will give him. Just maybe he needs that before crossing over to the afterlife. The end. Winnie. Your friend and author. Hibiscus.